Here's Sal in Harlem.
Some people speculate that blacks are voting for Obama strictly because he's black and not because of his policies. So we took McCain's policies and pretended they were Obama's. This is what they had to say. For the election, Obama or McCain?
I like Obama.
Now, what don't you like about McCain?
McCain seems to not really know what he's doing right now.
Are you more for Obama's policy because he's pro-life or because he thinks our troops should stay in Iraq and finish this war?
I think because our troops should stay in Iraq and finish this war. I'm really for him with that. Definitely.
Okay. Now, how about as far as him being pro-life? Do you support Obama in that case?
Yeah, I do. I support him in that case.
And if he wins, would you have any problem with Sarah Palin being vice president?
No, I wouldn't. Not at all.
So you think he made the right choice in that?
I definitely do. Thank you very much, sir.
Have a great day.
It's really quite brilliant.
That's crazy.
Well, let's go to person number 2.
Are you for Obama or McCain?
Obama.
Okay, and why not McCain?
Well, I just don't agree with some of his, policies, no.
Now, Obama says that he's anti-stem cell research. How do you feel about that?
I believe I wouldn't do that either. I'm anti-stem cell, yeah.
You are anti-stem cell research. Now, if Obama wins, do you mind Sarah Palin being vice president?
No, I don't. No.
Okay.
What are people drinking over there?
I don't know. Here is Sal in Harlem again.
In this election, Obama or McCain?
Obama.
Now, why not McCain? What don't you like about him?
He sort of doesn't sound like he has enough. Like he's uneducated because when he had they had the both of the presidents speaking, he didn't sound like he knew what he was talking about too much. Whereas Obama had facts and information when he was speaking.
Good point. Let me ask you this. Do you support Obama more because he's pro-life or because he says our troops should stay in Iraq and finish the war?
I guess both.
Now, if Obama wins, do you have any problem with Sarah Palin being his vice president?
No.
No? You
Not
think
at
she'll
all.
do a good job?
I think she'll do a good job.
Are you glad he elected her to be the VP if he wins?
Yep.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, there you go.
You're glad he elected her.
To avoid being mistaken for such a sellout, I chose my friends carefully. The more politically active black students, the foreign students, the Chicanos, the Marxist professors and structural feminists and punk rock performance poets. We smoked cigarettes and wore leather jackets. When we ground out our cigarettes in the hallway carpet, or set our stereos so loud that the walls began to shake, we were resisting bourgeois society's stifling constraints.
We're gonna spread happiness. We're gonna spread freedom. Obama's gonna change it. Obama's gonna lead 'em. We're gonna change it and rearrange it. We're gonna change the world.
Where white folks' greed runs a world in need, apartheid in one hemisphere, apathy in another hemisphere, that's the world.
I had a uncle who was one of the, who was part of the first American troops to go into Auschwitz and liberate the concentration camps. And the story in our family is that when he came home, he just went up into the attic, and he didn't leave the house for 6 months.
And that requires us to have enough troops that we're not just air raiding villages and killing civilians, which is causing enormous problems there. Iran, Cuba, Venezuela, these countries are tiny compared to the Soviet Union. They don't pose a serious threat to us. Iran, they spend 1/100th of what we spend on the military. Iran is a grave threat. It has an illicit nuclear program. It supports terrorism across the regions and militias in Iraq.
Mark my words, it will not be 6 months before the world tests Barack Obama like they did John Kennedy. The world is looking. We're about to elect a brilliant 47-year-old President of the United States of America. Remember I said standing here, you don't remember anything else I said. Watch, we're going to have an international crisis, a generated crisis, to test the mettle of this guy. And he's going to have to make some really tough, I don't know what the decision's going to be, but I promise you it will occur. As a student of history, and having served with 7 presidents, I guarantee you it's going to happen.
You are absolutely right that John McCain has not talked about my Muslim faith, and you're absolutely right that that has not come my Christian faith.
So it's not surprising then that they get bitter and they cling to guns or religion or antipathy towards people who aren't like them or anti-immigrant sentiment.
Wherever we once were, we are no longer a Christian nation, at least not just. We are also a Jewish nation, a Muslim nation, and a Buddhist nation, and a Hindu nation, and a nation of non-believers.
So what is your position on the war, potential war in Iraq?
Well, you know, I am actually pleased with how things evolved from where I thought they were going to be about 3 months ago, in the sense that I think whether because of Colin Powell's intervention or the pressure from allies across Europe, that President Bush went through the United Nations, obtained Security Council resolution calling for aggressive inspections in Iraq. I don't think that there's anybody who imagines that Saddam Hussein is a good guy or somebody that isn't a threat to stability in the region as well as his own people.